Hello, my dear family. So we are going to the next indicator topic, which is called as the MACD. Okay. So don't worry, I'll explain you everything. So what is MACD? MACD is an indicator that is okay. So the abbreviation first is moving average, convergence, and divergence. So that is what M A C and D, moving average, convergence, and divergence. Okay, so moving average, I think you learned it in the first indicator section, which is the simple moving average and exponential moving average. Now, what is convergence? It simply means that the moving averages are coming close to each other, and divergence is the exact opposite. Moving averages are moving away from each other. So that is the simple. So moving average, convergence, and divergence. Okay, so before I take you to the chart, I'll show you with an example how does an MACD look. Okay, so please watch carefully, guys. So this is called as the baseline or zero line. Okay, guys, and also just give me 1 minute. I'm just explaining you how this will be, guys. Just give me 1 minute. So the moving average will look something like this. Don't worry, I will explain. Okay, and also there is there are two moving averages that will be there. It might go something like this. Okay. Okay, so I am not drawing it exactly. Okay, I'll just give me 1 minute. I'm just choosing a different color to differentiate. Okay, so just a rough idea, guys. Later on I'll explain. Okay, so one of these lines is called as the MACD line. Okay, and the other line is called as the signal line. All these are the components of an MACD that we are seeing right now. Okay, so in an MACD there is a horizontal line which is called as the base or zero line, and there is one line which is the signal line, and another line which is the MACD line. Guys, these are nothing but these signal line and MACD line, signal or MACD lines are EMAs. That's it, guys, nothing else. Okay, so signal or MACD lines are EMAs, and these boxes that you can see, right? These boxes. So these boxes are called as histogram. Okay, MACD histogram. Okay. Okay. Now, how are these lines calculated? Okay. So this, whenever I'll show it to you. Yeah. Okay. I'm just scrolling here. Okay. So just imagine that this is one moving average, and just imagine that this is another moving average. Okay, so at this point, okay, so this point is one, this is a second point, and this is a third point. So what happens, how the histogram is calculated? So this histogram distance depends upon the distance between the moving averages. So in this case, this distance, this is a very short distance, and this is a very huge distance. So whenever the distances are very short, you get a very small histogram line, and this green and red is nothing but it depends on whether the stock is in a bullish or a bearish phase, or down uptrend or downtrend. You can see that. Okay, so this is all that is there to MACD. Okay, now we have seen how MACD looks as well, and how do we interpret MACD. So for that, I will take you through the live example along with this, and we have completed components, which is MACD histogram. So let me take you through a live example. Okay, so let us take a chart, Axis Bank. Okay, just guys, not recommendation, just for educational purposes. Okay, and guys, one more thing. So uses, right, this can be used in intraday, swing, positional, and investment purposes, basically for on all types of trading or investment. Okay, so how do I add this MACD indicator? Same method, go to FX indicators, type MACD, you get a search result, just add this. So can you see below the chart you get an MACD. So you can see two curved lines, right? So those are the EMAs. What is the EMA number? That is shown here, 12 and 26 EMAs. Okay, this is the histogram. Guys, for now I'm just reducing the size of this chart. Okay, and I'm expanding the size of the moving average just for you to get an understanding. Okay guys, so here I'm just highlighting in this point. Okay, you can see in this particular area the lines are very close. Okay, so you can see the histogram is also very close. Okay, and how do we interpret this? Okay, we'll go to that next. Okay, and you can see here the distance is relatively high, so the accordingly the histogram is also high. And okay, how do we now identify whether the trend is in a bullish or a bearish phase? So for that we have to understand the signal line. Okay, so the signal line I am keeping it as red. Okay, and the MACD line I'm keeping it as green for the moment. Okay, so when the just watch here guys. So can you see the signal line? I hope you remember the signal line is red, right? And the MACD line is blue. Always we check the trend based on this MACD line only. So here, if you can check, the MACD line, which is the green color, has crossed above the signal line, which is the red color. And can you see at the same time, you can check these two candles from a downtrend, it has shifted. Why? Because the crossover has happened. And as it goes up, the histogram, basically this histogram denotes the distance between the two moving averages, guys. That's very simple. Okay, and you can see here again, this has almost come to a close. So the histogram also is very almost at 0, and this particular line, so we are talking about the 0 line, right? So this particular line is called the 0 line. You can also see it in the axis, it is 0, 0.0. So how do we check for a bullish trend? Simple guys, if the histogram, I'll tell what is the use of histogram, but if the bar, you can say if the bar is above the 0 line, then it's in a bullish phase. And if the histogram bar is below the 0 line, then the trend is in a downtrend. Okay, it's as simple as that. Now what can we do next? Okay, so just imagine guys, and MACD also has another use. It is used to judge the strength momentum, or I would say the strength, which is similar to RSI indicator that we saw the previous video. Okay, so whenever the histogram keeps rising, if you can, now I'm just yeah, so now can you see here guys, I'm just seeing this exact place here. This is the exact thing which is straight. Okay, so as the bar histogram keeps climbing in size, you can see the market is having stronger momentum and it is continuously going towards the upper direction, right? Now can see here again guys, now see this particular point, right? Same at in the chart, you can see here, right? From this point onwards, if you take this as a high, this point, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, market has started to give a bearish signal. So simple guys, so whenever, and here this MACD line, which is the green one, has crossed below the signal line, which is the red, right? So if the MACD goes below the signal, I'll mention it, MACD above signal crossover bullish momentum, MACD below signal crossover bearish momentum. If the guys, and if the histogram bars keep increasing in size, then it means momentum is keeping increasing for the particular trend. Simple guys. Okay, and histogram above 0 bullish trend is, and histogram below 0 line bearish trend. Okay, so here we have seen when a bullish momentum and a bearish momentum, we have seen the momentum, right? And we have seen the momentum is increasing, which is the strength, and also we have seen a trend. So in short, MACD, it can help us identify strength, trend, and momentum, guys. So that is the use of the MACD indicator. Let us go with the chart example. So here, let us, I'm clearing all these indicators, sorry, drawings. Let us go with Infosys. Okay, again, not a recommendation, just for educational purposes. I am clearing all the drawings here. Okay, so guys, you can see here what has happened. MACD has gone below the signal, so accordingly you can see here the price has also started dropping from the same, right? Now here and here you can see the histogram is also continuously below the zero line, which also indicates that the downtrend is still there. Now guys, just check this point. The histogram has started coming above the zero line, right? And there is a MACD line crossing above the signal line, which means that bullish momentum has started. So we are seeing a minor uptrend which has started, and as of now we can now easily say with the help of MACD, Infosys in a downtrend. Why? Because of the reason that MACD has gone below the signal line, histogram is below the zero line, right? And from this point onwards, Infosys has started to fall. So guys, that is about the MACD line or the MACD indicator. Please let me know if you have any doubts. I'll be very happy to assist you. And also you can ping me either in the group or in the private message. I'll be happy to help you. Thank you guys. Have a great day.